Sergeant Haley, I'm briefing Operation Bobcat Lightning. This is unclassified. All right, start with our task board. We are first squad. Our mission is to attack to destroy Objective Phantom in order to deny enemy influence on the battalion DO no later than 30/2200, August 24th. I say again, attack to destroy Objective Phantom in order to deny enemy influence on the battalion DO no later than 30/2200, August 24th. We're split into two teams, Alpha Team, Bravo Team. Alpha Team's the main effort. Their task is to destroy the enemy in order to render the enemy ineffective on Objective Phantom. Key weapon systems are the M429 and the M320. Bravo Team's task is to interdict to disrupt enemy's use of route. They have the same weapon systems. We also have an attached gun-wall weapons from Weapons Squad. Their task is support by fire to support maneuvering of force, and they have the 240 Bravo. Alright, this is our AO Ronin. We're bounded by, this is north, we're bounded by 36 Northing, 32 Northing, 08 Easting, and 16 Easting. This is the Benign River, this is the Hanan Mountain Range, and these are our east and west boundaries. Our north and south, we have Route Camaro, and about 1,000 meters south of Objective Phantom on Route Camaro. The enemy has one platoon of Z-10K attack helicopters with 30-minute reaction time, and they have a battery of PL-56 howitzers, which can fire from all areas of the AO Ronin with 10-minute reaction time. They have one PP-87 mortar from 0300, 0800 to 1500, 1900, 5-minute reaction time, and that is on Objective Phantom. They have a reserve motorized platoon with 40-minute reaction time, and they have a platoon of P6Z 04 Alpha and a platoon of HQ165. What this means is we have to move quick, get out of those reaction times. All right, GTAO, there's a lot of restricted terrain, a lot of elevation, and a lot of water. There are lakes all around the area. There's a heavy river, and the Hanan Mountain Range is very high, so we want to avoid that. Our key terrains is this bridge and this spot on the mountain where we can get elevation for better field of fire. This is our avenue approach. Avenue approach 1. We're coming straight south off this road to avoid detection by the enemy, if they're probably assuming we're taking the road. This is the fastest and quickest route, but we're going to be taking avenue approach 2, which allows us to seize this key terrain and have a high ground for better fields of fire. The enemy avenue approach 3, they're coming straight north on this road as they are motorized, and they will get to Objective Phantom. There's a lot of heavy vegetation, a lot of trees, so this is good for us as we're the ones moving, so we can hide behind the trees, and we have a lot of cover and concealment, and it makes it harder for the enemy to find us. For weather, we have low visibility, low wind, high precipitation, high cloud coverage, and high temperature and humidity. For temperature, what this means is we need to be drinking water, and also our morale is going to be low. Cloud coverage and precipitation and visibility, UAS is going to be very hard to do. MGs are going to be ineffective, and that also means since we're the ones moving, that it's going to be harder for the enemy to find us as long as we're staying behind cover and concealment. But because we're the ones moving, it's going to be harder for us because it's going to be hot and wet. Alright, this is the company analysis enemy symptom. They have 90% strength. They have a retained platoon. They have a platoon occupying, a mortar team disrupting, and a squad screening to provide warning. The weapon systems, each platoon has a CSK. The screening has a QJY-88 and a QBY-85. Each platoon has 28 packs. The enemy symptom for the platoon, we have this screening again, a disrupting squad, and a occupying squad. But we are mainly focused about these 3 elements as this is the way we're coming. We're not really going to be focused on them. So we have a control squad and in the mortar team. And I'll get into that later. For our level enemy composition, we have a mortar team tasked to disrupt, to upset enemy formation. We are going to pull a team from the cover squad in order to give them more people, as the enemy is probably going to send them more help as they might know they're coming. We're going to give that team two QBZ-95s and a QJY-88, which is the equivalent to M249 with a range of 1,000 meters. And the mortar team has a PP-87 mortar with a range of 6,000 meters roughly, and that is equivalent to the M252. This is the system. So here, this is the control team with the rocket launcher, the DZJ-08 rocket launcher, and a CSK all on the road. This is the the mortar team, the QJY-88 going up the road, and the PP-87 coming out this way. This is the close-up view. Only thing that changes is we're going to put QBZ-95s all around for better concealment, or for better coverage. So what this means is that we need to try to firstly destroy the QJY-88 in order to destroy their suppressive fire. As long as we stay behind cover and concealment, we should be able to do that, and then we just have to take care of the mortar. All right. For the concept sketch, first off, we also have to make sure to protect ourselves against the PL-66 howitzers, which are extremely dangerous. They have security operations to the west and to the south, so we need to avoid that by funneling down Axis Ultra. And they are well equipped, which means that we need to save ammo in order to match that. And they also are dispersed all around the AO, which means that they are easier to fight because they have less people. The purpose of the enemy's operation is to establish a complex battle position, an objective Bobcat to block USF from progressing south towards Taunting Air Base. Decisive for their operations is establishing fortifications on this bridge to the east, and this is so that they can funnel us to come south. So their end state is to obtain all key objectives in terrain, and they have shown that they will do whatever they need to civilians, as they have already taken over civilian areas. They want to keep as many alive as possible with their friendly forces, and they want to destroy their enemy, who is us. Our company's mission statement is to disrupt enemy forces in AO Ronin no later than 30/2200 August 24th in order to deny enemy influence on the battalion DO. Our key tasks are to disrupt enemy operations in depth, deny enemy uncontested use of high-speed avenues of approach, and retain maximal combat power. Avoid decisive engagements and reconsolidate the 2nd and 3rd platoon. Adjacent units are 2nd and 3rd platoon. They're dispersed to the northeast. One level up platoon in TIM is to disrupt enemy forces in AO Ronin no later than 30/2200 August 24th in order to deny enemy influence on the battalion enemy. And key tasks are disrupt enemy operations in depth, deny enemy uncontested use of high-speed avenues and approaches, retain maximum combat power, and avoid decisive engagements. And the end state is for terrain primary MSRs and AO Ronin contested, enemy northward reinforces in zone disrupted without accurate knowledge of platoon composition and disposition, minimize civilian casualties and collateral damage to infrastructure, and friendly platoon reconsolidated at PB posture to follow on offensive operations. So this is a concept sketch. It shows Axis Smash, Fig, and Ultra. These are all the ways that our units are moving. We will also be taking Axis Ultra through phase line Alaska, phase line Arctic. Just on that 8 coastal range, we want to get the high ground up here, so then we have the fire superiority down there. This concludes my brief. Any questions?